Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into the Martian Confederation from Grand Fleet Admiral universe. These miniatures are absolutely stunning, and with their intricate details and unique designs, I'm super excited to show you how I bring them to life with paint. This tutorial is for everyone who wants to dive into the Grand Fleet Admiral universe and has printed or picked up some of the miniatures from the Martian Confederation. So grab your brushes, tin your paints, and let's get started. The first step is to undercoat them in a dark grey. I used Mechanic Standard Grey spray paint from Games Workshop. After they have dried, I used a dark Reaper, also from Games Workshop, to apply two thin coats over the miniature, and this is a solid base to start from. I also water down my paint so it flows easier on the miniature. The next step is to use a technique called dry brushing. You can see that I use a board with texture from Artist Opus to add some paint on. Even though it's called dry brushing, I always make sure there's a bit of moisture in my brush. This helps to apply the paint. The paint I used for this step is Thunderhawk Blue from Games Workshop and Gunmetal from Vallejo. I add the metal paint so the ship gets an all metallic look and looks more futuristic, and this is a tiny amount just to give it a hint of metal. If you do not own dry brushes, you can always use a makeup brush. After the dry brush, we are going to paint in all the side panels of the ship with scarlet red from Vallejo. Do take your time and use a smaller brush size if needed, so you don't get the red paint on other parts of the ship where you don't want them. Applying two thin coats is advised so the grey undercoat does not show. Before applying the second coat, let the first layer dry. If you paint multiple ships, the paint is most likely already dry if you finish the last ship. Here I added some moon yellow from Vallejo to my red paint. This makes it ideal for highlighting. For the highlight I use a fine brush, in this case a small layer brush from Games Workshop. I only highlight 3 of the 4 edges of the panels, and those are the ones that are closest to the middle of the ship. Next up is to use the metal paint from earlier again to fill in the metallic parts. An obvious one is the engine nozzle, the turret barrels and the rocket launcher at the front. You find those details on most of the ships, and for the rest you can choose what details you make of metal. Just remember, the more shinier your ship, the easier it is to hit. The last part is to fill in everything that is a window, just like on the bridge or the turrets. But also don't forget the engine. For this I use magic blue and white from Vallejo. It's just white. I start with a base of just magic blue and apply this on every window. When everything is blue, I add a bit of white to the blue on the palette and add it as a highlight to the windows. If you don't know where to apply the highlights, just think where most of the light would come from. In this case, it would be from the bridge, so you can just put it on the top. For the engine, try to stay just in the middle and let some of the magic blue on the edges. To finish it off, add more white to the magic blue on your palette, so your mixture, and use this to spot highlight the windows and use it at the very center of the engine. If you've done this, your ships should be battle ready. And that's it. We finished painting our Martian Confederation ships from Grand Fleet Admiral. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it very interesting. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the finished miniatures and if you've painted any Martian ships yourself. I'd love to see them. Don't forget to like this video if you find it useful, subscribe to the channel for more miniature painting tutorials from Grand Fleet Admiral, coming soon I hope, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time.